Preston, go first.
Hi, my name is Preston Hall. I live in Grapevine. Senator Nelson is my senator. I love baseball. I have over 20 days. My mom takes me up to the doctor and I have over 20 doctors, some here in Texas and some in Boston. I have 2 rare things that can make me sick. My things are so rare, I need special doctors that are not always right by my house to help me. Sometimes my mom has to fight, so I can see my doctors. I have worked hard in therapy since I was a baby. I learned to crawl, walk, talk, eat, and do things like put on my shoes. But sometimes my mom has had to fight for my therapy. I am proud to be a Texan. My great-great-great-grandparents were Texans. I like to come to Austin to work for Texas fragile kids like me. I'm strong, but sometimes I need extra help. My dream is to be a baseball player. When I grow up, I have dreams, just like my twin brother has me, being able to always live at home with my family is very important to me. It makes my heart very sad that Texas rates so low at 49th in the way it cares for kids and people like me. I am important to my family, my friends, my school, and city. And to Texas, please hear our parents when they tell you what the real problems are with Star Kids. Thank you for listening to my story.
Oh, Preston, that's awesome. Thank you. I am Jennifer Hall, and like Preston said, we are from Grapevine, and Preston said he has 2 rare disorders, and that's true. We have had nights with him that no parents want to go through, and thankfully he is still here, and he is a gift from God, and we are so grateful for his life. He has a rare tumor syndrome, so his body doesn't know how to turn cells off properly. So he has had many colonoscopies and has thyroid nodules, and he's prone to tumors all over. So we go to Boston Children's, where they have more of a specialty in his care and can follow him better and be proactive on things like that, so he does not develop things like cancer. He also, that affects just his all organ systems, digestive and respiratory systems as well. And I'm here to speak for him, and then I am one of the directors of Protect Texas Fragile Kids, one of the founding members. And I'm here to speak for my friends in Houston that can't come and make these trips because they deal with life-threatening, like every day is, will my child live? And those progressive disorders that just overwhelm your life. And what I can tell you is with our primary insurance, my husband has stayed. He has a postgraduate degree in an MBA from A&M, and that's where we met. He has stayed in positions since we had our boys to keep our primary insurance because it's so very important to our life. So that has limited his career because that's our number one priority is our insurance and making sure that we can take proper care of Preston. Right now we have a denial with, he's had a little bit of a setback. He is on a CPAP at night that helps him stay oxygenated well enough, but we have noticed he was ill, and we were at an ER visit, and we noticed that he was desatting when he's not on his mask. And if you can imagine, which most people who want CPAPs are hard to keep on sometimes, especially when you're ill and you're coughing. He carries a chronic cough because of his airway issues in the winter, and so we realized he's needing oxygen if he can't keep his mask on due to coughs and runny noses and things like that. It's been about 3 weeks since we were in to our primary insurance. We don't have a pulmonary in Dallas right now because they're not in network with our secondary insurance. We cannot find an Aetna, Better Health, or MCO managed care pulmonary that is able to handle such complicated airway issues. So we don't have one right now. We will be in Boston at the end of the month, but our oxygen was denied. I just got off the phone I was back and forth with the DME, all of them today, because he hasn't had a current well check. And we were in the pediatrician's office to get these orders, and they're saying he doesn't have a current well check, so there's a denial. And we were also denied our trip to Boston, but that's been overturned within the day. I always can overturn things because I do this and I know what to do. But it's a fight and it's a struggle, so I'm sure we'll get the oxygen soon. But now it's been 3 weeks, and so he's desatting at night when he takes his mask off. And I don't use nursing care because I feel like I can usually manage that myself. But right now we may have to move to nursing care, which would be a lot more costly than just getting an oxygen nasal cannula in our house instead of having a nurse in there. And he's a twin. He sleeps with his brother, and he's made huge strides this last year. He has independently made a friend, which is a huge thing. He can sit here and read to you, which he would not be able to even speak before he had his Medicaid waiver because of the hard limits on our insurance. He did not speak till he was 5, and now he can read. Medicaid has changed his life. He would not be eating by mouth. He wouldn't be sitting here able to control himself like this. He used to not, he was considered severely on the spectrum. Now we are more a moderate to mild. And that's all because of his therapies and all he's accomplished because of the therapy that he had. We would only get 20 visits a year total. He was going twice a week until this last year, and now we've made a step back because he's improved so much. So my bottom line is, like Preston said, we are long generation Texans, and I think we need to step back and take a priority of life. I know that Texas prides itself calling us pro-life. When I was pregnant with his little sister, we still didn't know what his syndrome was yet. His geneticist told me that we would have those results back in time to make decisions for our baby that we were carrying. And we know now that his syndrome is de novo, meaning it was a spontaneous mutation. But he is an example of what it means to be pro-life. These are tough decisions that our families have made. And we say we stand by them, but do we really? Because they need aftercare. And we have multiple families who were told abortion is your best choice. And they made the choice to choose life. And I just want you to know that he is an example, and we have so many other examples of what it means to be pro-life, and we need to stand behind that as a state and walk that out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Preston, how old are you?
I'm 11.
You're 11. What is your favorite position in baseball?
Position.
Oh, second base.
Second base. Okay. Well, Jake Colcourse, the Brenham Cubs, threw out the pitch about 3 minutes ago, and Katie, and they need to win this game tonight in district. They haven't done very well in district, Preston, but Jake plays second, short, third, catcher, and pitcher. So he never knows where he's going to play, but he sure likes the game of baseball. So I'm pulling for you, okay?
Yes.
Do you sidearm it to first base? Got a good glove? You flash the leather a little bit?
He does. He plays Miracle League baseball in South Lake, and he just got moved up to the majors, and he'll be the youngest kid playing.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear how you do this spring. So, yeah, I know. It's been a long day, buddy. I think that, could we quote you for the Texas Senate today on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. It's great to have you here today. Thank y'all for your compelling stories. We appreciate you staying.